What's going on, guys? Stoke Creation Repair here. In today's video, I got some more parts in for the LS that is going into my 1982 Chevy S10. Picture of it right here. That I am building. It's my first ever LS build. We've only done small block stuff, so excited to get into this. So far, the progress on this is I got the crank back into it. I got the block painted up. It's not perfect by any means, but it is painted. Today I need to torque down all of the main caps. I got some assembly grease on there from ARP. So we're gonna torque this down, and then hopefully we can get some rings on the pistons. For the parts that I got in, I got the cam retainer plate from Michigan Motorsports. It looks pretty good. This is the updated style with the retained bolt head. So let me get the bolts out here. Sorry, it's buried in here. Here we go. It's got like retained flush mount bolts, so that'll be nice. I got my motor mounts in. This is a knockoff of the Metal Techs, so we'll see how these do. If they don't do good, I'll get some Metal Techs. I got my rings, rod bearings that I just dropped. Hopefully they're good. Then come over here, and then right here I got my wiring harness in. This is like a $140 one off of eBay. Just an easy swap harness with the 4L60 plug in it, somewhere in there. It's got the 4L60 plug, and it just simplifies it to this fuse box with these two relays. And then you got power. I think this is power, and then you have your ground, and then a switch, 12-volt accessory wire for your key. And then down here, I got my oil pan in. This is another eBay special. It's just a muscle car pan. Put it right there. Basically, all it is more of a low profile pan. So I got the old pan here and the new one, and with them side by side, you can see it's about an inch, maybe 2 inches of difference. This is the truck oil pan, and on these S10s, if you run the truck oil pan, you have to notch the cross member, which I think I'm going to do no matter what. But also, it hangs about this much below the cross member, so if you're going to hit a bump or something and you bottom it out, your oil pan is gone. So I'm getting this low profile one. It gives me more space, and it's clean, fresh, so I think it's a plus all the way around. And when I was taking the old dipstick out of the motor, the dipstick tube snapped off inside the block, so I needed a new dipstick tube anyways, and this kit comes with a brand new dipstick for that specific pan, so that's nice. I also forgot to mention that the pan came with another windage tray, and it came with the oil pan seal or gasket, but I'm not going to be using that because I'm getting a seal kit for that motor. Now I have a bunch of more parts on the way right now. Still waiting on them, but I'm gonna do what I can right now. I still have to get a cam, lifters, and then the seal kit. And then I believe after that, I'm done for motor side. Now I still have to get stuff when we actually put the motor in the truck. So fueling system I have to figure out still. Power steering line, I think I can use the stock 2001 Silverado power steering line. So we'll have to see on that. And then I also have to figure out radiator hose and everything like that. Now there is one big change that I'm doing to this whole process. Originally I was going to keep my turbo 350 transmission in the truck, but I think I am going to put a 4L60 in it. I'm probably going to get it refreshing before I put it in there, but I think having overdrive is going to make this truck drive a lot better, and street manners. All right, guys, so transmission option is either the 4L60. I might still go to the turbo 350, but I think I'm going to do the 4L60. Be a good option, but right now we are going to torque down the main bearings. My stepdad Randy let me use his torque wrenches, so thank you very much for that. It's got the angles, the snap-on ones, but getting the tripod, and we're gonna start recording some video on doing the assembly of the engine now. So what I found online was you're going to start in the center bolts. You're going to start here, do a 15 pounds through all of the center bolts here. And after that, you're going to take the crank, put it back and forth with a mallet or a pry bar. It seats the thrust bearing. And then after that, you're going to go 80 degrees on the center row of bolts, and then you move on to the outside, doing close to the same thing, but I think you're going to do 50 degrees on the outside. So I'll record that and let's get into it. All right, so I got the center bolts all torqued to 15 foot-pounds. So now we're going to take a mallet or a pry bar and we're going to seat this thrust bearing in. All right, so we got the mains all tightened. Now what we have to do is get these side bolts out, and then we are going to put a little bit of RTV on the top right here of this bolt, so no oil can escape and it seals up. So let's get some RTV on this. All right, guys, so my grandpa just showed me this trick. You're gonna take a brush, get these at Harbor Freight, and some RTV. Put a little bit on the brush here, like that. And then take the brush and just smear it on the bolt head for the side bolts for the main caps here. So make sure you don't get any oil out. And then that way you don't have any mess of RTV all over your fingers. So we're gonna screw it in over here. This in. Torque wrench is set at 18 foot-pounds. On there. Watch the lights. All right. Exactly 18 foot-pounds. So we got the number one piston in. These bolts are going to be torqued to 15 foot-pounds on the first pass. And this is a first design LS motor to 2001. So we're going to do 60 degrees on these. If you have one that's after like 2004, you're going to have a different rod design that's beefier, and you're going to do 75 foot-pounds or 75 angle. All right, guys, so we got 4 of the pistons in. They're all torqued down. I don't know if I said this or not, but it's 15 foot-pounds on each of the bolts. And then after you do that, it's 60 degrees angle on the newer trucks, like the newer ones after 2004. This is a 2001 block, first design. Second design is 2004 and up. It's 75 angle for these, so just keep that in mind. Got 4 of them in. These 2 are ready to get put in. Just have to put some oil on the piston itself. These are all oiled up. These are getting clean. They're about finished being cleaned. And then we should have all the pistons in here. We did have one problem putting in the first piston. The oil ring kind of folded over into the bore. It didn't mess up the bore any, but messed up this ring. Luckily, I still had the old pistons out of another block that I had that had the ring on it. So I just took one of those and put it in this one. So luckily, I didn't have to go buy any more rings. But that's the only issue we've had so far. So we'll keep working on this thing. I'll update you guys when we get all of the pistons in. Alright, so as you guys can see, the motor is halfway put together. The rotating assembly is all in with the pistons and crank finally put in there. Now I just have to get the heads put on, cam, lifters, everything like that. But before that, I have to save up some money and get the cam, seals and lifters and whatnot. But that shouldn't take too long. Motor's coming along quicker than I thought it was going to be, so I'm happy about that. And everything's going right, so that's also good. It's about 12 at night when I'm finishing editing this, so I'm sorry if I seem a little tired. It's because I am. But I thought I'd get this video uploaded and put out tonight so I can put some content out there. I'm going to try to get on the grind more with content this year. I'm really trying to step my game up with content-wise. We have a lot of big things going on this year, such as the street stocks. 2 street stocks that we have are going to be racing. The modified we have is going to be racing this year as well, on top of our drag racing stuff that's going to be going on. So we're going to be really busy this summer, and I'm hoping to step up the content for you guys. Now, I do want to give a huge shout out to Winter Circle and Robertson's Used Auto Parts for hopping on board this project. Without them, this LS project wouldn't be even happening right now. So I can't thank them enough for that, and go check them out if you can. But I just want to thank you guys for this year. I started doing YouTube about a year and a month ago. I believe I uploaded my first ever video on November 23rd. So in that time, I've gotten 434 subscribers, and I'm almost to 3,000 watch hours. So to me, that's pretty crazy, and I'm forever thankful for that, guys. It means so much to me. I've always wanted to do this YouTube stuff, and I hope you guys are enjoying the content. All in all, this project is coming together. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Like and subscribe, leave a comment if you want to. And I hope you guys had to get a good New Year's. With that being said, see you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys.